So it's evening time. It's going to be dark very soon, and sometimes in the evening I like to take walks to clear my mind, to reflect on activities for the day and everything else that I have to think about. I just like to take walks sometimes in the evening, and it's not always like a very serious walk actually. Sometimes it's just a little stroll around the compound. Sometimes it's a stroll around the estate. But if I've been indoors all day, on a day like today, where I didn't step out, um, I just like to take walks to clear my head, keep myself active. Just a moment of reflection, basically. It's also at this point that I'm able to, interact with everyone online as well. Um, Basically, that's it. I think walks are good, especially like in my city here. It's always very hot. The weather is always very hot. Like the sun is always blazing. But but in the evening like this, there's no sun. Ouch! There's no sun, so everything is a bit more calmer. You can actually everything nothing noises. You can actually take a walk. And sometimes also I just like to sit in silence. Sitting in silence clears my head as well. It really does. I think everybody should sit in silence, you know, from time to time. It's really good for us actually. Clears the mind, clears the head. Just sitting in silence. Because if you sit in silence, you can hear your own thoughts, right? If you can hear your own thoughts, you are able to think. You are able to reflect on, everything that has been happening, the good choices that you made, the bad choices that you made. Like if you just sit in silence, you're able to reflect, you're able to think. Even some decisions that you make or you're about to make, you're able to decide whether they are good enough or they are not the best decisions that you could have made. Hi, Kabir Saad. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Kabir Saad. Hi, welcome to the live. Thank you for the compliment. I hope you had a nice day. I hope you had a great day. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well, actually, and I wish you all the best. So, yeah, as I was saying, it's very important that we take some time to reflect on our life choices, because sometimes the reason why we make wrong or bad decisions is because we don't think about them properly. There's nothing wrong with making like spontaneous decisions. Like if you ask me, I can be a very spontaneous person sometimes when it comes to decision making. But the more you sit down with yourself, the more you can reflect. Okay, some people don't know how to stay quiet. They don't know how to stay still. The reason being that when you are still, when you are quiet, you can, you get to sit with yourself. And sitting with yourself means that you're sitting with all your trauma, you're sitting with all your sadness, you're sitting with all the anger, you're sitting with all the hate, you're sitting with every bad emotion that you have ever felt. So people don't really like that. That's one of the reasons people don't speak to themselves. Like I'm walking fast because I let the water pouring. It's on its off. Okay, done. Then you just sit, 'cause I'm also getting tired. Yeah, so now I'm seated. Whew, that small walk really helps me in exercising. So yes, I was saying people don't like to sit with themselves because if you're sitting with yourself, you're sitting with your trauma and every bad thing that's ever happened to you. And I noticed it, me too. Like, if I'm really sad, I want to work more. I want to be more busy. If I'm sad, if I'm hot, if I'm angry, because if you're busy, you don't get to sit down and deal with your emotions. You don't get to think about things. And in life, the moment you become an adult, there are a lot of things to think about. The moment you become an adult, there's so many things to consider, so many decisions that you have to make. And the one part about this adulting thing is that everything is on you. Okay, all the decisions that you make, it's on you. You are responsible for your choices, you're responsible for your decisions, you're responsible for the good and bad. So being an adult basically, it's not the easiest thing. And if you're in your 20s like me and you are new to adulthood, it might be hard, it might be shocking, right? But I think it gets better when you're in your 30s, because I mean, you've had about 10 years to get used to this. So it's no longer shocking for you. You are now used to it. But if you're in your 20s, it could still be shocking. What is that loud noise? I hate when everywhere is just so noisy, unnecessarily noisy. So yeah, basically, I don't have a lot to say this evening. I just wanted to come online and say hi to everyone. I'm at home, like this is the third time I'm going on live today. That's because you can actually tell when I'm busy and when I'm not. When I'm actually busy, I don't come on live as much. But whenever I'm busy, I come on live more. Like I come on live like 3 times in a day. Josh Aladen, they said, yeah, some folks believe being by yourself is somehow mentally unbalanced. No, every adult should be able to sit with themselves in silence and think about what needs to be thought about, consider what they need to consider. As an adult, like, you spend more time with yourself. Basically, that's the truth. You spend a lot of time with yourself, so how would you not be able to sit down with yourself? You spend majority of your life like with yourself. As like, I'm not going to say you are your own best friend, but even like your spouse or your parents, you don't spend as much time with them the way that you do with yourself. So if you cannot sit down with yourself and have a conversation with yourself, if you cannot sit down with yourself and think about a situation and experience, if you cannot go over events, if you cannot make decisions, if you cannot just sit with yourself, then it means you hate yourself. Like, if you cannot sit down with yourself in silence, it means you hate yourself, and you might probably need therapy. Like I said, people don't like to sit down with themselves, because then you remember all your trauma, you remember all the bad things that have happened to you, you remember all your sad experiences, you remember different occurrences when you said something bad, when you didn't do something right, that time that you won the award and they didn't give it to you. You just remember a lot of things, right? Which is why some people don't like to sit in silence with themselves, because all the memories come rushing to you. Your first heartbreak, your first breakup, the time that you felt like your parents didn't love you enough. Like, so many things just like come to your head when you sit down. Even the things that you thought you had forgotten or you don't want to think about, they come rushing back. But the thing is that to be okay, to be a proper human being that is able to rationalize things, that is able to give out love, that is able to work properly, those conversations are necessary. You need to have those conversations with them. So you need to deal with things. Basically, you cannot just push things under the rug and expect them to stay there. No, like, if you meet someone that has not dealt with the things that they need to deal with, you can tell from the way they act. And if you meet someone that has done the work on themselves, that have dealt with the things that they need to deal with, you can also tell. The difference, to me though, the difference is clear. Honestly, like, you cannot escape dealing with certain things, because if you don't deal with them when you need to deal with them, they will definitely reflect in the way your life is They will reflect in decisions that you make. They will reflect in the choices that you make. They will reflect in the kind of friends that you want to keep. They will reflect in like so many ways. It would definitely show. So you need to be able to sit down with you. Like, what are you running away from? It's your life, it's your experiences, right? So it's the choices that you have made. So what really are you running away from? If you cannot sit down with yourself, then you might need therapy. Okay, or maybe it's just me, but I can definitely spend the whole day by myself. And what do I do when I'm by myself? I think, I reflect. And when you think and you reflect, you get better, right? You make better choices next time, right? You get to weigh your actions, where you did bad, where you did wrong. So yes, Josh, I do agree with you, but I'm just explaining the downside to that. You know, it might be mentally like unbalanced, but it is necessary for growth, for development. It's necessary for you to become a better person in life. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Hi, sorry, Kumo Desmond. Hi, welcome to the live. This is the first time I'm seeing your name on my live. So I think this is your first time being here. It's nice to have you here, Desmond. I hope you had a great day. Today is Friday. It's weekend. I hope your weekend is going great already. I hope you have plans for the weekend. I hope that you are getting some rest. And I hope that if you have ideas, like you have like a side hustle, I hope that you are working on the things that you need to work on, okay? You can make out time to rest, but don't forget to also work on your dreams. Don't forget to do what you need to do. Say no to procrastination this weekend, basically. Like the time that you would spend partying or whatever, there are other ways to unwind than, getting drunk. I'm just saying, actually. So I hope that this weekend you make. Oh, the sky is so pretty. Ah, see the sky now. Now, wow, God they create. So yeah, I hope you make all the right choices this weekend, basically. So it was nice being on live. It was nice getting to interact with everyone. If you're here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. Thank you for the comments. Thank you guys for just like hanging out with me. So I do this too sometimes, like I said earlier, when I'm less busy, right? If I don't have much doing, like at this particular time now, I don't have anything else doing. So I do come on live, just like interact, just to say hi, just like discuss about life issues, discuss about business, discuss about things that are happening. Basically, like so many things are happening around us, and there are many people that just need someone to talk to. You might feel like it's everybody that needs financial advice, I mean financial help. But I'm going to tell you that everybody's problem is not financial. Everybody's problem is not money. Some people just need someone to listen to them. Some people just need someone to tell them that it's okay. Some people just need someone to tell them that, tomorrow will be better than today. Some people just need a single word of encouragement. Some people just need a shoulder to lean on. Not everybody's problem is financial, the way we are thinking, okay? Some people are going through some deep things in life and their emotions are messed up and they just need like somebody to, keep them company, somebody to tell them that everything will be fine. That's all they really need. So, don't forget, while you're going about your weekend activities, don't forget to lend a shoulder to anyone that you feel like the person is in need. Don't forget to, say a word of encouragement. I was on my previous live, I was saying something that remember to compliment people. Basically, that's what I was saying. Remember to compliment people in any way that you can. If you see someone wearing a nice dress, a nice shirt, there's no big deal in saying, I like your shirt, or that your shirt is nice. There's no big deal in saying you look good today. There's no big deal in saying I like your haircut. There's no big deal in saying, oh, I love the way you said that. I love your accent. I love the way you carry yourself. There's no big deal in giving compliments. You might be making someone's day. You might be saving someone's life. You don't know. So just be nice to people. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Just be kind to people. Just be nice to people. You might save a life. You might brighten up someone's day. Okay, even if that would be your little contribution to the world, then why not? Like, you might not know the good you do, but every time you compliment somebody, I'm very sure that you sow a seed. Every time you do something good for somebody, like I said, no, not all help needs to be financial. If you can help financially, great. But if you can't, then just be kind to the person. Okay, so thank you guys for being here and listening to me. Thank you for your nice comments. I appreciate. So We will see each other some other time. Bye. It's getting dark already.